Hello, my name is Jasmine DeSalle, and I have created this course entitled Bullying Strategies and Bullying Prevention for Victims, Bystanders, and Caregivers. Okay, so um, here's the objective of the course. The purpose of this course is to provide all stakeholders in the school system with the tools to deal with such a sensitive and impactful conflict as bullying. Learning goal number one: stakeholders will understand the negative effects of bullying both inside and outside of the classroom. Here is the task: the student will click on the video here. They can easily access the video by clicking on the button that you see right under where it says click here to watch the video. There's also an infographic here, just as another visual of the long-term effects of bullying. So, low self-esteem, 1 in 5 kids are bullied on social media as well. Um, Anxiety and depression, so all kinds of long-term effects. The assessment for this learning goal, there's 2 parts to this assessment. The first one, the student will answer the following question: what does it mean to add wrinkles to someone's heart? And that's specifically addressed in the video above. Number 2, how can these wrinkles affect a person long after the bullying has ended well into adulthood? So depending on the preferences of the stakeholders, the person who is asking for this course, whether it be for their employees or for students or whatever it is, these questions can actually be turned into a multiple choice matching or drop down box depending on the specifications of the stakeholder or of the client. Learning goal number 2, stakeholders will be able to properly identify behavior that is consistent with what is considered bullying. So being able to not only understand what bullying is by definition in learning goal 1, but learning goal 2 goes a little bit further, being able to actually identify these behaviors. Task for learning goal number 2. Students will watch videos and look at infographics that identify specific behaviors of what is considered bullying and how to identify the different types. So the students can easily access this video by where it says click here to watch the video. Underneath that, it's an infographic with the different types, the 4 different types of bullying: physical, verbal, social, and cyber, with examples. The assessment for this learning objective is right here, and there's 3 different parts. The first question is the first part of the assessment is to define bullying using the BOO acronym, which was addressed in the video. Number 2 is to answer the question: what are the 4 types of bullying seen in the video as well as the infographic above? Number 3, give an example for each type of bullying, which is a little bit more critical thinking, higher level thinking. Again, these questions can be turned into a multiple choice matching or drop down box. Learning goal number 3, stakeholders are to understand the roles of individuals involved in any bullying incidents. This is the task. Students will watch videos and infographics as well as complete activities to practice identifying the different roles a person can play in bullying in any situation. So here is the infographic. Who of bullying. So there, when in terms of bullying, there are different roles again: bullies, bystanders, allies, friends. And it says, do you know the difference? And it's important to know the difference. So click here to watch the video. This is a video going more into detail as to the different and having an actual visual of the different. So I'll go ahead and click there.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're
So
going
this
to
is just a
take a
visual.
look
I'm not
at.
going to go into the whole thing, but that's the visual as to what the different roles in bullying are. Click here to watch the video. That's another video underneath. And here is the assessment. It's 2 parts to this assessment. 1, says create a story about bullying a bullying scenario, naming each character during the story. Number two, write down each character's name and label them and identify each character's bullying role in the story. And so this is just takes kind of, um, I guess, a more abstract approach, and it requires the students to apply the knowledge and the skills gained. And this one can't necessarily be turned into a multiple choice matching or drop down box in the way that the questions are presented, but it can definitely, the questions can be changed in such a way where those same skills are assessed and turned into multiple choice. Learning goal number one: stakeholders are to understand the roles of individuals involved in any bullying incidents, and that is actually a typo because that's the same learning goal. This actual learning goal is that's a typo. The last learning goal is to be able to identify ways to target or to cope with and prevent bullying. So here is an infographic. Well, this is kind of like a what we call an anchor chart in school, but it's kind of like an infographic, and it has an acronym STAND, and for each letter, it stands for a different way you can something else different that you can do. Students can do to combat bullying or to prevent it. Here is an article. Again, another. I'll go ahead and click on the article. This article is really more so for the caregivers to understand how to help their kids, and talk to their kids and tell them what to do and things exactly what they can do to prevent bullying and to cope with it and to kind of stand up for themselves. And this is another infographic, another acronym: WITS: walk away, ignore, talk it out, seek help. And this is an assessment for this learning goal. The first one is to answer the question: what are 5 coping mechanisms that can be used to combat bullying? Number 2, write a two-part story. Write part 2 of the story from the previous learning goal, from learning goal number 3, and then incorporate those same coping mechanisms that were listed into the second part of the story. Again, this is the same situation. We would have to kind of reword this question, and it could be changed into multiple choice matching or drop down box in some way, but the questions would have to be asked a little bit differently. Here is a summative assessment after all of the learning goals are complete. The project is basically for the students to come up with a skit, kind of like a play. They would have to come up with the roles, the script, come up with a plan to practice the roles and assign different. So the students will be grouped, and so the group members would have to decide who's going to be the actor, who's going to be the script writer, who's going to be the costume director, visuals, creative designer, and this would actually be recorded. So they would actually record the skit, and so they'll have to have someone to edit the video. But they would use all of the skills and all of the learning objectives incorporated into this final cumulative project together with the help of their peers to showcase their skills that they learned, and also with it being in a fun, interactive, engaging, and fun way. And at the very end, it has the evaluation, so the students know exactly how they're being assessed when it comes to this cumulative project. Um, and then here's the conclusion. Many kids experience dreadful bullying on a daily basis and affects their learning experiences very negatively, and can even cause self-inflicted harm and long-term effects well into adulthood. Hopefully you have found this course to be extremely helpful in providing the necessary skills to combat this social issue. Either way, please complete the course evaluation attached below in order for the course designer to continually improve this course based on your valuable feedback. Thank you. So at the end of any and every course created, it's a great idea to include some type of feedback form, because the overall objective of any instructional designer is to create an effective course. And learning different challenges of the learners, the individuals who are actually taking the course, could give more insight and more of a perspective, and more open of overall perspective, from different individuals that could help to improve the course. Or even as simple as different glitches and different things, as far as maybe even compatibility with different types of mobile devices, or so anything big or small, the feedback is necessary to continuously improve the course. Thank you for taking the time to listen to and watch me go over my digital portfolio. I hope that you found it very helpful and very interesting. Either way, have a great day.